I know I was there.
Yeah.
I know I was there.
When he came in, bro, I remember when I'm going to redo the episode, but as in Nikhil came to tell me, innit? But what kind of name is that, bro? Bro, you know what? You know,
That's
mate.
your cousin,
I
bro,
know,
by the
bro.
way. Yeah.
All right, why? Why? I'm trying to distance it completely, bro. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fine. Go
No.
on then.
Why is it? Yeah, that people feel like names have to be consistent with in India have to be consistent with siblings' names. You know, first syllables have to be matching. Why?
Bro, but your kids have some similarities with the names.
As in the as this, bro. It is.
मारो तो जो दो
Yeah.
हमें तो जुड़ा पड़ा it's not exactly the same.
I tell you
It's
what.
not exactly the same. But
If that's what you're saying, yeah, then both of my kids and your kid have the same.
no.
Why?
There's a slight
Nah,
difference.
bruv. The last syllable all ends in what?
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
Huh?
Buddy. All right, so you're saying
But
there's
even
siblings that have the first letters are the same.
I just feel that's what I'm more But if you look at this generation, our generation of parents who are like our age or whatever, or name their kids, the names are more Indian, like exotic Indian names, aren't they? They end with
some of them don't even sound like Indian names, bro.
Bro.
Some of them just sound like some hybrids.
Yeah, exactly. They're all hybrids. They're all hybrids.
Yeah, they're all hybrids.
Yeah, like if you think about it, my eldest's name is more Eastern European. If you think about it, if you go back to Game of Thrones days, I don't know. I just feel that way. It's more Bulgarian. It's true though, bro. I used to, but it's funny, isn't it? How you can just make it. I don't know, man. Put a last name at the end.
Yeah, add that to it, and it's Indian thing.
Yeah, exactly, done, isn't it? Oh man.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Bruvcast. I'm Raj.
I'm Mick.
What were we starting with? Because the beginning of this episode is just going to be like we just jumped into it because we had started talking about something just before. We were continuing dissecting last week's episode about being in India and man's come try and steal your shoes.
Yeah,
and that's why you started talking about your cousin.
Yeah,
who has that name.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just shoes they try to steal; it's everything, isn't it? The clothes off your back. And not just in India, bro. Yeah, it could be anywhere, right? It could be anywhere.
No, it could be anywhere. But I mean, we're living in South London, bro. Yeah, exactly. You leave anything out, or anything unlocked, bro. What the you, bro?
Sometimes you're better off just handing it to him. At least you know where it went. You know when I used to come home and something was missing, and I knew I had people visiting or someone came to see my dad and say missing. I used to hate not knowing where it went. Sometimes knowing
you'd rather know.
It's part of the healing process. When you've lost something,
you get closure.
Yeah. Okay. No basically, because think about it. Yeah. When you've lost something, even if on your own accord you've misplaced something which you really need, you want to know: do I need to order another one, or is this going to turn up?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah? That is actually really true.
Yeah. It could be anything: a corkscrew, a bottle opener. Yeah. It could be anything.
Because if you don't know, then you're going to be more frustrated because you're going to buy another one and you're like, oh, fuck's sake, this one was just in the other drawer.
And that's how Amazon get you, bruv. Yeah, because they know, lost it today, it's back, replaced tomorrow, bruv. Yeah. When you introduced me to the electric candle holder. No, sorry, the electric candle lighter, the USB one.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I've been through about 3 or 4, bro. They've been replaced, over and over.
What, because they've gone missing?
No, either missing
or
although the wax gets in between.
Missing in action.
Yeah, just they just break, and then I order loads, and I just every time I order, I go to search, innit? My last, just search, and you think about it, yeah. You just have like a list of them, different colors, bro. I had every single version. It's just
they make it so easy, bro.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first thing that you ever bought on Amazon?
Ooh. No.
Like your very first item.
Oh, yes, I do. I do remember the first thing I ever bought.
How the fuck do you remember that, bro?
Because Amazon used to have this thing called One Click. Do you remember One Click? Is the one thing that used to get you quick. Like it was.
But that's the first thing you ever bought
Yes.
from Amazon was
Yeah,
that?
check this, yeah. And I bought 2 because of that one-click button, bruv. Yeah, one click. You know when you sign up to Amazon, you could just
Yeah.
press one button. It was called Amazon One Click, and you or One Tap or whatever it was, and it just orders it straight away. Yeah, and it was harder to cancel back then because they didn't have that kind of customer service.
Oh, it was like that little blue button thing.
I think it was a little.
They would put by your
No,
dishwasher
no, no,
tablets.
not those ones. I'm talking on the actual website. I mean, this is back in
Oh.
2007. Well, this is when we were at uni and we were doing Secret Santa. I ordered Cittle.
Yeah.
I had Cittle and I ordered in this USB rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a thing that plugs into your laptop and you powers by your laptop and it launches. It's a desktop rocket launcher. These little darts.
Yeah.
I ordered 2 of them, bro. Biggest waste of money ever.
Do you think still got it?
No, probably threw it.
So wait, what's the one-click thing about? That's how you purchase it.
Hey, do you know how you have buy now?
Yeah.
Literally, you can go in to find it and then buy now, so you don't have to add to basket and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, right. Okay, so that was when
Buy now used to be called one click. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what, you did it by accident?
I did it twice. I did it. The first time wasn't by accident. The second time was, bro. And to give it back, it was a bit of a mission. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Well, Amazon
Back then it was hard to return.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't straightforward.
No.
Now, bro, now you could just take it. You can put it in a bag and take it back.
Well, it's got to the point where sometimes they don't even tell you to return it. They say we've just refunded you.
Yeah, like, keep it, bro. I had socks that I bought, right? And I was like, I wanted to return them. I can't remember what it was. Something about them. I wanted to return them. And they were like, keep the socks.
I bet you were.
And I felt dirty, bro. They're like, this mother, bro. Yeah, rakta ne. Jota na ti pacha.
Bro, why can't they do the big ticket items?
I know. Imagine.
Yeah, you're right. It's that easy, bro. And you know what it is? Now that they've given you the 100% off and giving you money back, you're like, I'm gonna wear these, isn't it?
Yeah. They saw my foot. I was having some foot pain.
They go from unwanted into the sock drawer, bro.
Bro,
what did you say?
I said I was having foot pain, so these socks help you with compression socks, basically.
Yeah, fair play.
They worked. They were pretty legit, actually, I have to say. And they were muffled, so we were even more happy about it.
I've never been so apprehensive of, and cautious when I used to look after that rocket launcher got ordered, bro.
Are you bare paranoid when you're pressing buttons now on Amazon?
Yeah, not now. Now I know, innit? The customer service is on point, bro. If I order today, I can give
return it. You can return it. You can give it back to the mailman when he delivers. Yeah. No, I don't want it. Take it back. Before we get into everything, one thing that did happen last weekend, is I put a question on Instagram asking if people wanted to, if we should do a live show
at a venue.
No, I didn't say that. I just said live show. And then people obviously started responding. And then thank you for those of you who did vote. But then I was asking Cittle about it. And he was like, I thought when you said that, you meant a live Instagram. Like, you know, when you can go live on Instagram. He thought we meant that. Obviously, that was not what we meant. We are asking, should we do a live show? So then I don't know if we actually have our answer, because we know that people want to hear us do something live, but whether they want to come in person and see us face to face, that's a different story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So let's ask it again in more clear,
very crystal clear terms.
Should we do a live show in person,
face to face
in London?
Dachu to Dachu.
My wife won't be too happy about me getting close to anyone else in Dachu, bro.
Not that level of Dachu closeness, bro, but just close.
But yeah, should we do a live show in person at a venue in London?
Yes.
Any takers?
And if we see enough comments below, we'll make it happen.
We'll put it into the works.
We'll put it into the works. We'll put all the things into motion. But it's only going to happen if we get enough traction here. And if we don't, we'll just stick to the podcast.
And we'll take the hint. It's cash.
We'll take the.
What's been going on?
What has been going on? Nothing much, bruv. It's just been just life, bruv. I feel like autumn is settling in now. The weather is kind of just getting colder.
Yeah.
And I had to turn the radiators on, bruv, last weekend.
What?
Fucking yeah.
I think I've been so cheap since last year. My body's got used to being in the cold. I've said,
there's way more layers. More layers.
Bro, no one's mentioned. My kids are walking around in fluffy Christmas jumpers, Christmas pajamas, bruv, on their own accord, yeah? On their own.
Oh, really?
They've probably given up. They've not even said put the heating on. Yeah, we said we're going to get
sick and tired,
yeah,
bro. They're just like wearing.
But
just gonna wear warmer clothes.
I'm like, I think they've like understood. I think they've forgotten about central heating, bro. I don't know what it is, but all they do is walk around with, bruv. It's September, bruv, and they were in Christmas pajamas.
I mean, bruv, Guggen's waiting.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she's already done some shopping for Christmas attire.
Got in it.
She's done the Halloween outfit. Baby's going as Miss Rachel.
Really?
Yeah, bro. She have dungarees and pink.
That is sick.
So that'll be her Halloween costume. I think she's got like 2 Halloween costumes because we're going to that pumpkin patch thing. Yeah, are you gonna wear a costume for that? Well, do it, man.
No.
Get in the spirit, bro.
Bro, I feel like what I drop my kids off in is a costume in itself, bro. Yeah.
What?
No.
Like your dad outfit.
My joggers and my yeah, bro.
So you qualified already from that,
bro. I bought a blue Zara like jogger set, yeah. Bro, I look like a Teletubby, bro. When I put the hood on, bro, it's like it is. What was the blue Teletubby? There was a blue Teletubby. Tell me there was.
Was there a blue one? No. I don't think there was a blue one. Bro. There was a.
Well, that's me, bro.
There was a yellow.
Yeah.
Purple.
Po. Dipsy.
Pink. I don't know the orders.
Yeah.
I don't know which one was which.
Oh, fair.
There wasn't a. Was there a blue one?
No, I guess not, man. There was 4 of them, right?
There was 4, bro. I don't remember, man. I'm sure we can find out and follow up and make it. Or our listeners are screaming, "Nah, there wasn't, mate."
Check your facts.
Check your facts. Check your facts, you fucking Johns. So what's been happening, bruv? Do you have a struggle?
You put me on the spot. Do you have one?
I have one, yeah.
Yeah. You shoot, bruv.
Oh, okay. I'll get into mine. I get to mine, and then we actually have a listener one, okay. So we could do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is a very quick struggle, but it was one that annoyed me profusely last week. Basically, obviously, I told you I had the speeding ticket, and I was able to do the course.
Yeah.
So I do the course, right? And my father-in-law was staying with us, right? And he was staying in the upstairs room, and I was downstairs, and I needed to. Our internet is fucking shit right now, bro. It's a matagud, right? So I was like, let me take the call from downstairs, which is the furthest room away from where the router is. And obviously, I'm not going to disturb. The course was starting at 8:30. Okay, so I'm not going to disturb. No, sorry, I think it was 7:30. 7:30 it started.
Yeah,
right. And I don't want to disturb him in the morning, right? So I was like, I'll take the call from there, and it's 2 hours long. We'll see what happens. And then I dialed into the call, and then. You have to do this thing where you show your driving license, you have to confirm that you are the person that the course is intended for. So I did that, and then he was like, okay, I'm just going to put you in the waiting room. And then when I was going through that verification, the internet kept cutting out, and he's like, can you hear me? can you hear me? And I was like, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And I can hear you. And I could see my face was freezing. His face was freezing. So I was like, this is going to be annoying. He was like, I'm going to need to ask you to make sure that you're at a reliable connection so that we can, you can attend the training. I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. So he goes, okay, well, I'll ask you to dial back in another 15 minutes because that's when everything starts. So in that time, I went closer to where the router is, and I was like, this is going to be perfect because there's got, those boosters that you get. So I was like, I'll be close to that, so it should be fine. So I'm on the stairs now, and then I jump on the call, and then they're like, everyone do your introductions. And then he was like, one thing that I do need to ask is, has everyone printed off their pack? Bro, I didn't read any email. I didn't look at any, bro. All I looked at was the date and the time. And that was it. And apparently there was a pack that you meant to print out. And then you're like, you meant to fill out these worksheets. I was like, this is a proper course. Well, it's a call a course, isn't it? You fucking idiot, bro. Yeah? So then I'm like, I'm annoyed with myself because I'm like, you stupid fool, you didn't read the damn instructions. And then my internet starts to fucking do its nonsense, bruv. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, we're just gonna do round the table introductions, and then my internet's cutting out, and somehow I don't know what his setup was, but he could see. I think he must have had like one of those massive screens, so he could see every single person. So every single person needs to be unmuted. Every single person needs to have their camera on. So my camera was obviously on, but it started to glitch because the signal wasn't coming through properly. And I was like, Raj, your camera's cutting out. Bro, this was in the middle of someone else's introduction. Nimari Mara Monday, bro, yeah? Yeah, bro. He was like, Raj, your signal's cutting out. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I was like, oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get close to the router. And then I was like, okay, fine. And then it was my turn to do my introduction. Obviously, as I'm doing my introduction, bro, the whole signal just goes all over the place. So then I'm like, all right, fuck this. I'm going to have to go upstairs, right? And then luckily, my Sasurji, bruv, yeah, was in the bathroom, okay? So I sit down, and I'm just sitting there on my laptop, and I tilt the laptop so you can't see the door to the bathroom, so it's just facing me. And then he goes to me, he goes, right, Raj, this is the third time you've had a problem with your signal. If it happens again, I'm going to have to ask for you to rebook the course, which means paying again, yeah?
Oh.
So now I'm on edge because this course, I think it's like £100, bruv, yeah? It's not cheap, yeah? So I'm not going to pay £200 to do this course. So then I'm on edge. And then he's like, okay, so everybody have their pen and papers ready? Obviously, in all of this kerfuffle, I left my pen and paper downstairs, right? On the stairs, right? So now I'm sweating because I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then in my mind, yeah, but I don't know if this happens to you, but in my mind, sometimes, if there's a situation, I always think to myself, it'll be all right. It's fine. It's not gonna happen. It'll be cash, right? Like I think I get this from my dad, bruv. Yeah. No matter how high the stakes are, there's a voice in your head that's like, nah, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. So I'm like, it's fine. What's he gonna ask for a pen and paper for? It's probably just some like formalities, yeah. Maybe he's just gonna ask for things to write down. And then he goes, okay, so I'm gonna show you. Then he did some exercise, and then we kind of talked through some things. Oh, and then he's like, do not share, bro. He was proper strict, yeah? I was scared, bro. I'm not going to lie, bro. My paisa was at stake. He was like, don't discuss anything about this course, which obviously I'm doing, but I'm not going into details. Yeah. And then he was like, he did some exercise. And at the end of that exercise, he said, I want you to write down the answer, what you think the answer is to this question. I had nothing. I had no paper. I had no pen. And he told another person off for coming off camera. He's like, I need to see you at all times. No one else is allowed to be in the room with you. It just needs to be you. So then, bro, there was an envelope that my father-in-law was giving us. You know those gift envelopes that has money in them, bro? That was the only thing I could find, bro, yeah? So I've got that, yeah? I couldn't even find a receipt, bro, yeah? So I found that, and then I stretched, like, with my foot, because there was a pen on the floor. I was like, grab that. I grabbed that with my toes, bro. Yeah. And then I brought it up to my hand. maintaining eye contact with the camera at all times.
My
Like
God.
it was unnecessarily stressful, man.
Yeah.
And then I answered the questions and stuff. He did not even look at the answers. He just wanted all he needed was evidence that you are engaged in the conversation,
Right.
and that you're responding to him, right? Because, bro, I just wrote down anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't, because I wasn't even paying attention to the question. The moment he said you're gonna need a pen and paper, because I'm gonna ask you and then ask you to share your results, I stopped listening, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna solve this problem. So when it came to answering the question, I didn't know what the question was.
Because you're considering all the other stuff.
I was concentrating so hard on the actual getting the pen and paper, bro. And then I could hear my father-in-law, like, he'd finished, like, using the bathroom and showering up and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put the camera on, blur my background, okay, so that obviously it just is, respect his privacy, as well as not trying to distract everybody else. So the camera was still facing me, but you could just about see, like, the background of the door.
Yeah.
I blurred it, and then again, in the middle of everything, he goes, Raj, can you take off your blur, please? And I was like, okay. And then he was like, and also, can you unmute? Bruv, I was coughing, yeah, because I was still Bimar from last week. Then I just started coughing into the fucking mic. I didn't care, bruv. I was like, you want me to unmute? Yeah, you're going to have to listen to this udras.
Yeah.
And then, luckily after that, everything was fine, bruv. Like, I finished the course and stuff. Yeah. But it was unnecessary stress, man. And I was annoyed with myself because I did not read. I didn't print the pack. I didn't read the instructions. I do this all the time, bro. Gogan fucking hates this
I would do
trait that I have. I'm not, like, I will pay attention to the things that are the most important details.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's like a sieve, bro.
Yeah.
You know when you're making chai, yeah, the tea bag is in my masala chai. If you're making the tea with the tea bag and the elchi or whatever, I'll retain all of that, but all of the other stuff
is finished.
The
most obvious detail you just skip. You know what? Yeah, man. Bro, in that situation, I would have. I don't know, man. You said you would have thought to yourself, "Oh, you'll be all right." I would be thinking the same, but at the same time, be like, "Nah, bro. Either my internet's gonna go, or my father-in-law is going to walk out and he's going to say something as if he hasn't realized that I'm on a call."
Yeah.
Anything could have happened, bro. Anything. Any one of those things. Or even like, there's always one person on, when you have these calls where it's a course or it's always some kind of seminar, there's always one guy, one person who's deemed the troublemaker. You know that, yeah?
Yeah. That was me, bro.
That was you.
From the get-go.
Yeah,
the get-go.
Yeah.
And then there was this one guy, bro, on the call. This guy was literally, he dialed in on his phone. He was lying down on his couch with his arm behind his neck, bro, yeah, just watching it, bro. But his connection was sound. And it wasn't like, there wasn't no rules to say you have to be sitting up, bro. You have to be sitting in this. He was literally just like, he was basically sleeping, watching it, lying on his bed, on his couch.
Do you think that's how he got caught speeding as well? He's just chilling.
Probably, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I would have been perspiring, bro. Yeah,
I was stressed.
Yeah.
When he said to me,
yeah,
if your connection drops again, I'll have to ask you to leave and rebook the course. I was so nervous after that because I was like,
shit, this is serious.
Because I was on a wired connection at that point because upstairs is wired, like, for the podcast and stuff. Yeah. Not for anything else, not for my professional thing. Bro, upstairs is wired for the podcast purposes, man. So that was, I used the podcast fucking link for the course because it was that important. It got promoted.
You know what? I bet you when you join, you'll probably say, "Oh, gee, I've got to log on to this course thing in a minute." Like, so cash, yeah? Like, it's just going to be, because you paid for it, it's a guarantee, you just got to turn up and that's it. That's what your mindset was, isn't it? Yeah?
That is what my mindset was.
I'll tell you.
Mans will put me to work.
Yeah, like, and I could, you know the change in atmosphere. I would have loved to see the change in atmosphere, especially on your face, yeah? When he said, everyone's printed off the pack, bro. Your eyes would have woken up, bro. I know for a fact, yeah. Even when he told you, if you know, man, if you fuck around again, yeah, I'm gonna dash you off the course, and then you go again, bro. To see you stretch with your feet, yeah, to get a pen. You know what? There's always a pen or somewhere. You just gotta find
There's
it.
always,
You just
yeah. There's always one. You know, I knew there was one there. I just said, bro, yeah, but my auntie had to find it, man.
bro. You know what? I'll be honest. So I'll talk about something which happened to me. Similar, yeah, but it wasn't as fatal, if that makes sense, yeah. I was on a call, a very important video call for about an hour, yeah. The person, I didn't know them, yeah, obviously. I was on a call. I won't give you the context of the call, but
It was a one-on-one call.
one-on-one, yeah.
Yeah.
And an hour in, and normally before I'm about to have a call, I've had 12 of these. I've had so many different, you know, we in a week you can have up to a 13 to 12, 13 calls a week, yeah, easily, yeah.
Yeah.
On those, you know, when you constantly have that same kind of call over and over again with randoms, like with clients, etc. Once you've started to prepare for the first 11, you know you're a bit more cash. The first few, you're a bit on edge. Like make sure my battery, make sure my charger's plugged in. I've got a notepad, pen. I've got my water. Yeah. So the first one, I remember this is a very important client. Yeah. Check this. You know, I did. I'd. You know when you said you don't look at the details. So when I got the invite for this call, yeah. Do you know where it says on a? It says, this is the date time call. And then you have to accept it. Not like, in Google Calendar, you have to press yes or accept.
Yeah. Oh, to accept that you're going to attend.
Because sometimes, obviously, on email, you've already agreed what time you're going to, and that person sends you the invite. So I always automatically think, when it's sent to my personal email address, I always think cash is done. Bro, on the first, one of these calls, I was like, shit. Bro, on the day of the call, I was like, let me just going through everything. And at the bottom, I said, accept or not. Obviously, the person, I was like, shit, I accepted on the day. So I was like, is this person actually going to damn well turn up to this call or not? Yeah. Obviously they did, because we did exchange emails prior to say that, blah, blah, whatever. Anyway, and then last week I had by then I was all cash. So that was the first one. Yeah. I had another 11 of these calls, bro, for the week. Yeah. And I was like, as I started to get more and more relaxed about them, as they went on, basically, because once you've done a few spiels to the same client, a few clients, you're going to do the same, innit? Yeah. But on the last call of the week, do you know what happened? I was so relaxed that there was one thing I missed off my checklist, and I'm mid call, yeah, and the Mac basically says your battery is very low and it is about to, bro, and that's where anything
it's high stakes call, yeah, it's a high stakes,
yeah, bro. And I knew that the MacBooks normally turn off very quickly after they say that, yeah. I don't know why, yeah. And I was like, I could tell my attention was. I was on video, yeah. I looked to the right where the charger normally is, yeah, and I was like, "Fuck, it's not in the plug."
Did you use your toe?
No, I couldn't, bruv. The damn charger was in my bag upstairs, and there's no way. And I was like, "Is he going to finish up?" Because it didn't look like he was about to finish up. And all of a sudden, bruv, he started to finish up the call, basically, and we were wrapping up. And I was like, "Thank God," yeah. Because I was like, I don't mind if someone else has caused the interruptions, because he had a lot of building work going on, yeah, in his building, yeah, when he was on that call. He's, can you hear that? And he kept putting himself on mute and all that kind of crap. I was like, I don't want to do that kind of stuff, yeah. And I was like, when that notification came, I was gonna say to him, look, can I run up and quickly grab my charger, or say that someone's at the door or something, yeah, because no one's at home. But luckily he started to. But but my senses and my alertness was even more heightened when that notification came on, and I started looking around to the point where he was following my eyes, because I was like, yeah. And then he was doing this, bro. He was actually veering to the right to actually make my face. I was like, oh man. I was like, this is not going to go well. This is not going down well. But anyway, it was cash. But the heart rate went up, bro. I don't know why. It just goes up. You're like, but in the end, I was like, surely it's not gonna fuck up. I'm guessing you felt that way.
But when you're in those situations where, like, something has taken your attention away from the call, and then you can't think of anything apart from whatever that thing is. Like, for example, you might get a message from the missus and it might have your name or babe or something written in all capital letters, and then there's no message that follows afterwards, and then you're like, oh fuck. Yeah, so bruv, and then you're like, fuck, then you're doing a rewind, bro. Yeah, rewind check.
Well, what happened, didn't it? What happened here?
What happened?
What did I say?
And then no, you're not listening. You're not listening to the conversation. Where lights are on, bro. There's no one at home.
You know what? We know the detail thing. You know, when I send an email message, I'm so confident when I'm sending it, and then it's jokes. I won't check it before it's sent, but I'll go into my sent items after it's sent. Yeah, and it's too late to double check what I've said. Have I mentioned the right name? have I talked?
Oh yeah, I do that. I've got an undo on mine though.
Is it?
Yeah. So my email, like on Gmail, it will send it, but then you can undo it. I think you have like, I don't know, I think it's like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
5 seconds
never that quick
to undo it. I think every single email I ever send goes through that process, bro.
Undo.
I press send, I press undo. I read it again, I press send. That's how unsure of myself I am, bro.
It's like a split personality where the one of them is send it, and you're like, no, call it back.
No,
You know what? It's you know, when it's one of those emails and the recipient is where you get to make one impression one time and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Man. Sometimes you just gotta, you know what I've done? I think I've done it loads of times at work, bro. You know when you're just want to get something out and you're copying pasting the same message, but you forget to change the name.
I've done that. Definitely.
I'm like, well, that's not going to be any repeat business.
Yeah, that's
repeat business there.
You might as well say, it was a pleasure doing business with you.
And when the boss asks, what happened with that lead? Nah, man. Nah, man.
That lead got lost.
Yeah, bro. Oh man,
yeah,
it's true what they say.
That was my experience with the speed awareness. It was, I mean, to be fair, I did learn on that course. Yeah. Like there was some things that were surprising to me. I mean, I'm still annoyed that I got the ticket.
Still, bro.
But it is what it is, and it is. But 20 miles per hour is going to be the norm now in a lot of London boroughs. So yeah, if you're listening to this podcast while you're driving, man, and you're on the suburban streets of London, make sure you stay under that 20.
And if you don't, make sure you.
And it's a target. It's not a target. Sorry,
is what?
It's a limit. It's not a target. And what was it? They were like, he had all these phrases. If you don't know, go with the flow. No, if you don't know, don't go with the flow. Go slow.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm dropping you some wisdom right there.
That is definitely got the speed.
He'd been around the block, bruv. Like you know, some of these people that have done this course so many times they're literally doing it like in their sleep. He was on that level. So, but he was regimented. I wasn't messing around with him, man.
He could. You never know, man. He could be a reformed repeat offender, bro. When it comes to speed awareness.
Yeah. Well, you know how they have those burglars that start giving consultancies on how you should be looking up your house. What show was that? There was a show where they had burglars that I'm a former burglar.
Yeah. Oh.
And these are some of the tricks of the trade. I don't know if that's why a burglar sounds like that, but I remember that. Put your valuables in the kitchen because burglars don't look in the kitchen.
Bro, I think that's where they go first, bro, these days.
Because of that guy, innit? Fucking snitch, bro.
Bloody cereal everywhere.
So I'm going to come back to your struggle because I want to get into this one.
Bro, I've forgotten my struggle, bro. There was a little struggle and then I've forgotten.
You have one?
I do, but I need some time. So why don't we just carry on with what you're saying? Yeah, with the listener struggle. And then if I remember
Okay, fine.
mine, then we carry it on.
Fine, let's do it. Okay, so there's two listener feedbacks.
Go on.
So we'll do the struggle and then we'll do the other listener feedback. Okay, so this is coming on anonymously. So just another reminder, please do send your struggles, your questions, your stories to us. We really appreciate everything that you send us. You can send it anonymously. You can send it through DMs on Instagram. You can email it. And however you send it to us, if you let us know that you would like it to be shared, then we'll keep it anonymous for you. This one came on our anonymous form. I love listening to your podcast because they make me feel like I'm reconnecting with an old friend from my younger days. Now that I'm in my late 20s, you're in your late 20s, you're still in your younger days, bruv. Okay, now that I'm in my late 20s, I really get to see my friends since we're also busy with life. When we do meet, it feels like all we do is compare our lives, and the fun, jokes, banter that we used to share have really faded away. Do you guys feel that as South Asians, there's so much pressure to succeed that it leads to constant comparisons between everyone?
100%. But it also depends on the dynamic you have with each individual in your group as well, man. Because there'll be the ones which compare. Yeah, they're comparing themselves to you, and you don't even know it, or you openly compare, yourselves to each other because you're just having a dick slinging bloody competition, yeah. Or you have that dynamic with a few friends where you're just there for the bants, man, nothing else, and just true support, and it's all love, isn't it? It just depends, man. But there is a mad, in general, there is a mad, what do you call it? But why am I losing my words today? I'm lost, bruv. No, but there is, Indian society, yeah, does encourage mad amount of competition based on your.
But like here in this feedback,
Yeah,
it's basically saying, I really get to see my friends because we're busy with life. The fun, the jokes, so the fun, the jokes, the bounce was there. Like you're saying, it depends on the dynamics. But if the friends already had a dynamic where it was just jokes, how is that now turned into? How does it turn into that? How does that happen?
I think you know what? Sometimes our own successes, we all go through that, right? Whether it's openly or in your head, like it's true. I don't know how it turns into that. It's conditioning from your upbringing, because the people that you're trying to impress, like your parents or your friends, etc., those are the things that are, that's how you measure. That's, what, superficially, that's how you measure success, don't you? No?
Yeah.
That
I think,
is it not? It's hard. I mean, it's sad to say, but that's how a lot of people.
Well, how do you measure success? What, from what you're doing in life?
If you want someone to know that you're successful, you're going to drive the Ferrari, the Lambo, or a really nice car without having to say I'm successful. But that could just be smokes and mirrors, isn't it? At the end of the day,
normally, isn't it?
Yeah,
well, that's my opinion.
It is, bruv. And then you got what do you call it? Then you've got those who are actually successful, but they choose to hide it. Not hide it, but they just don't live like, they don't really go out and flaunt it. They're humbled by it.
But do you not feel like so picture yourself late 20s, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you were at that age, were you not looking at your friends group and, whether consciously or unconsciously, comparing yourself to what stage of life they are in, what they are doing, what they have done, and then kind of looking at comparing that with yourself or maybe your cousins?
I think.
Have you ever found yourself doing that?
I think you, in your 20s, you'll continuously do that at different stages, because you're still trying to understand yourself and what you want, but you don't really. I think you continuously do that, man. It doesn't matter if you're late 20s, mid 20s, early 20s. It's because that's the crucial stage where you start earning, you start working, right? And you start,
Yeah.
before it's a level playing field because everyone's at uni. The only thing you compare yourself with is, who's doing what, and if you're on the same course as someone, is what grades they got. Does that make sense? That's
Yeah, you're comparing grades. You do compare grades. I remember
grades.
I've compared
Yeah,
grades.
you're like, well, what's this person
Yeah.
doing that I'm not doing? Yeah, that and they're able to get to where they are. Basically, sometimes you know what? Sometimes it's good to have that competitiveness as long as it doesn't affect the friendship. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's the people you surround yourself, with that
Bring you up.
bring you up. And if you're the most successful out of everyone, then who's bringing you up? Does that make sense?
That's interesting. Yeah, so that's like, because if you're going to the gym by yourself, are you gonna work out as hard as if you go with a friend, or you go with a trainer, or you go in a
Yeah.
class where you're looking at other people and be like, oh yeah,
I want to be where
they
he
can
is.
handle it, so I can handle it. Yeah, I want to be where they are, or I can. I think there is something to that, man. I think that it is it's healthy in some ways. It's healthy to
If you keep it healthy, man.
if you keep it healthy. Yeah, like being inspired by people. Like I've been inspired by my friends. I've been inspired by things that I've seen you do, or I've seen like H do, or Sit, or any of the friends group do. There's just certain things, or I'm inspired about how you respond to situations, or how you've adapted, or how you are a father, how you are a husband. Like from that perspective, it's healthy because, like you're saying, bro, it's like you're in the same train, but you're in different carriages,
It's
man. That's probably a
exactly.
quote from
I
somewhere
think
else, but like that's what it is, though, because you're not really, you have nothing else to know whether you are on the right track or the wrong track other than the people around you. So it's only natural that you're going to look left and right and see what others are doing, but how much you choose to change according to what you think they are doing, and how you think that is right or that is wrong, or what you're doing is right or wrong. I think that's when it can start to get unhealthy, because then you're not really focused on your own journey, and you're just kind of more like consumed by
others.
oh, this person's done so much and they've achieved so much, and I'm never going to get to that, or whatever it is. Like if it starts turning negative, then I think it's a problem.
That's when it's a problem. I think when you're content with yourself and you're like, you know what, great, good for them, and you know what, my time will come. Because everyone's journey and destination, bro, it's at different stages of their life, isn't it? It happens at different stages, man. Like some people could view yourself, how, I don't know if girls get like this, but I always have this kind of perception in my mind where, when you got so many people getting married, so many friends are getting married, right? And then there's a few girls who haven't got married. Do they compare themselves like, why am I not getting married? What's going on? Do you understand what?
Guys do that. I
Guys do it as
was
well. Yeah,
doing that,
exactly,
bro.
right?
Yeah, guys do
And
that,
it's like it can become a bit catty, or you know what I mean, isn't it? Yeah, or it can be, or it's like really supportive, and someone's like, it's each to their own, and it's how they deal with each situation, man. Bro, look, let's put it this way: we've all experienced envy in a positive way and a negative way in our lives. Yeah. There's no.
Sometimes you don't even know. Sometimes it sounds like it's a positive way, but it's not, bro.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think when you get to, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel like now when you get to our age, isn't it? To whoever this 20-year-old is, man, just live your life, man. You're lucky. You're still young. You can still put a 2 in front of your age, yeah. When you get closer to putting a 4,
yeah, man, you're winning.
Yeah. Bro, there's bigger problems than that. What you're talking about. But at the same time, it is a valid problem. But when you get to our age, I think you realize, or hopefully people realize that your time will come. Your successes. So enjoy every. If someone else around you deem more successful, then celebrate it for them and with them. Yeah, because keeping that open mindset and and putting the work to get your own, in it, whatever it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, whether it's a relationship that you're putting in time for, or work, or whatever, your time will come. It will just and then hopefully the person that you're celebrating with, will celebrate with you too, isn't it?
It says that as South Asians, there's so much pressure to succeed that it leads to constant comparisons between everyone.
Yeah, man. Damn.
So there's the pressure as well, right? Like the pressure to succeed. I mean, you can make comparisons, but you're living your life. But if there's a pressure to succeed and then you're comparing yourself, then you're just looking at everything as a race.
I think, you know what? I think family, parents can cause that perception, that competition. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Family can cause that competition, but also like, you know, let's just put it this way. Yeah. Let's just there's three friends. Yeah. And there's
should we give them names?
Nah, bro. Oh yeah, if you want, man. I can't think of any names, bro. I'm dead. But you can go.
Bogilal,
Yeah, Bogan,
Hogan, and Mansuk.
Mansuk, bro. And you've got two people who are in healthy. You know, they're just living their lives, getting on with it. And Bogilal and Bogan are bloody successful, yeah, in their own right, and they're friends as well, bro. There's always this one Mansuk, yeah. So when Bogilal buys a Merc, yeah, Merc Brabus or whatever, yeah. Obviously, Bogilal will be really proud and he want to share it with Mansuk, but Mansuk will be like, oh, you only got the Merc Brabus. Bogan's got the Lambo, bro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand what I mean, isn't it? Because Mansuk's got the issue, yeah? He's got...
But he's gonna play them off one another.
Exactly. And then when he goes to Bogan, bro, he'll tell Bogan, Mansuk's got the Brabus, isn't it? Yeah. But do you understand what I mean, isn't it? There is definitely in the South Asian community, man, there is mad amount of pressure and competition to outdo each other, and to the point where you don't even have time to enjoy your own, you know, your any milestone you've hit. Do you understand?
Yeah, I stand by what I said though. I think that there is a healthy side.
Yeah, of course.
Of like you being inspired by people, but then if there's pressure, as in like from parents or other places, and you're comparing, and you're then kind of like worried or becoming anxious about, you know, where you are in life, and drawing comparisons in that way, and it's not pushing you forward. It's kind of like it's just making you doubt everything. Then it's unhealthy.
You know what? There's no. You should surround yourself with people who, as long as you can handle it, yeah, and it doesn't go the other way where it's like, where you're completely like I don't know, man, like you become so jealous where you become so obsessive with it. But if you can surround yourself with people who are successful and tap into that, you're an advantage at the end of the day, right?
If that's what you want.
If that's what you want. And I'm not talking about just from a monetary perspective or whatever. I'm talking about from a life perspective.
Yeah, successful and happy.
Yeah, man. Bro.
I think the main thing is you need to surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah, man.
It has to be positive, because you could have successful people who are positive. You could have successful people who are like negative, who have negative energy, like always looking down on people or kicking people down, but are like themselves, you know, super successful and stuff. Or you could have, you know, very successful, very positive people. Like I mean, so you know what, right? I think this is the age. Like this person is in the late 20s. This is the age where you take a very hard look at your friends, and you look at who elevates me and who kind of inspires me or is a positive force in my life, and who is not. Who is it that, you know, when I speak with them, I don't feel that great about myself, or I just feel a little bit down. Like, who are those people, and who are the others, right? Because I feel like when I was around that age, that was when I was starting to kind of like weed through the friends and be like, no. These list needs to be cut. This needs to be cutting. It's true though, bro, because you have to. You can't. I think when you're younger, it's fine, because those types of personalities do bring their own angle, right? They do bring their own edge to a night out, or to an environment, or to a friends group. But as you get older, especially if there's this kind of competitive nature and all the rest of it going on, and the worst thing is if the fun, the jokes, and the banter that you used to have fade away. Well, what's left?
What's left of it, man?
what's left, and if what's left is still worth, give, if what is left is still giving you something, then fine. But if what's left is not, then what's the point? Why, bro? The older you get, well, true. The older you get, the less time you have, right? Because it's only going one way, bro. Yeah. But the older you get, you also realize, right, how valuable your time is, how valuable every minute is that you spend with someone. So, I think you're just gonna get to a point where you need to, like, I don't know. This person's not asking a question, bro. We're just giving unsolicited feedback, bro. But anyway,
are we talking about ourselves?
Anyway, isn't that why people listen to us, bro?
Yes, so, bro. The thing, over time, bro, you know what? You just stop caring what other people think. So if people deem you unsuccessful, damn, that's their perception. You're never going to change it, man. And also, if they deem you successful, okay, so what do you want them to? You want them to talk about you in a positive light to a third party. What benefit is that? All you're going to do is get more eye on you, man. At the end of the day, I think it's okay to be under the radar and just go about your business and be happy. In whether it's, in whatever, bro, happiness is the achievement, man. At the end of the day, do you understand? I think you start to understand that, and this person will, when they can put a 4, close to putting a 4 next to their age, rather than.
Hey, look, we're not there yet, bro. Yeah,
bro, I'm just trying to accept it.
Nah, bro, we're not at the point where we're putting 4s in front of our ages. There's a 3 firmly there. Okay,
firm for now.
Are you getting carried? Why are you getting carried away, bro?
Until
okay, one day's gonna be a 4, one day's gonna be a 5, bro. One day's gonna be an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully, God willing, bro. Imagine listening to these episodes when we're like actual Buddhas, bro.
Yeah, bro.
In my mind, sometimes I think to myself, that when I get like really old, it's just stupid, bro. It's such a stupid theory, right? But this is in my head, bro. Ever since I was young, I think when I get old, I'm just gonna start speaking Gujarati.
What, and just walk around the house in lungi?
Just like an old man. I'll just be like an old bapo, bro, yeah? And I'll just, all of the English that I use will disappear. Because I've never, bro, think about it, yeah? We've never met an old ba or a bapa with an English accent.
Yeah.
We haven't.
They exist, though. I think I've met one.
I've never met one. So in my mind, every single person over the age of 80 or has an Indian accent or is very Indian, or like Gujarati is their first language, or Hindi or Punjabi is their first language. So I have not met someone who is like pure, like
born here.
Imagine talking like how we're talking in your 70s, bro.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So that's why in my head it doesn't compute. So I'm in my brain, I'm just I will just start talking in Gujarati.
So you're gonna
and be like an old bapo.
You're gonna revert back.
I'll just revert, bro. I'll strip out all of the.
That's all the weird. That's a good little dynamic, man. I never thought about that.
Yeah. Because even our parents won't. Our parents will be like bapas.
Yeah, first of their kind, bro.
No, we're gonna be the first.
Us, yeah, that's what I meant. First of our kind. Yeah. That is mad.
There you go.
You feel like you naturally should just develop the. All right. How are you today? You feel like you should just
or an accent.
Put it on,
bro.
Keep it consistent. So your voice,
my grand.
I always talk like this.
Why are you talking like this?
What are you talking? Yeah, man. I think that was a really good question.
It was a good question. I think the synopsis is
I don't know if we answered it in a very concrete way, so how that person should deal with it, but I don't deal with it the best.
It wasn't a question, though. Actually, it was a question. It was like, do you guys feel that there's a lot of pressure to succeed? And we answered that. And I think we gave some extra masalo in the khichdi, bro, so it's okay.
Just add to that, man. I think you start putting more pressure on yourself as well, don't you? When you don't need to. Do you ever guess? Do you ever, like? Let me ask you a question. Yeah. Do you know when you're now at this stage of life, you look at everything that you've achieved, and you're thinking to yourself, do you ever feel like you're like, not doing enough, and then you break it down again? You're like, no, actually, you are. but you're always thinking to yourself, you always beat yourself down. You're not doing enough, basically. Not
100%.
Yeah.
I still feel like
Yeah.
that. I was feeling like that the other day,
Yeah.
bruv.
But then you kind of take a step back and you're thinking to yourself, "No, man, I'm doing enough." Yeah, and naturally that draws comparisons. Do you know that? Yeah,
Yeah.
naturally you're like, but am I really like, and then you can start comparing. You start comparing yourself, like last year's self, against this year's self, and what you're continuing to do. Then you just, I don't know, man. It's one of those things that you're like thinking to yourself, and that always, when that happens to me at the start of every school term, bruv. You know that.
I thought you were going to say at the start of every year.
Nah, it's not the start of every year, because at the start of every academic year for the kids, yeah. And I always think to myself, what more? Because I know for a fact, bro, I hated school, yeah. But now I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna have to, you just have to do a bit more. And you're like, am I doing enough? And you doing enough doesn't mean enough for yourself. Am I doing enough for them, basically? Like
Yeah.
reading, or so. And then you're like, all you got to do is be 1% better, man. 1% better, innit? And then you're like, okay, I'm going to try to do this more often. But again, you can fall off. Consistency, man. I think at our age, and I feel like we're not that old, Rob. I'm not saying but I just feel like consistency is the hardest thing as more and more things pile on.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah,
it's the hardest thing to keep going, isn't it?
It's true.
Like anything, especially if you're trying to do something new, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've spoken about this, right? Like every passing year, you have a new roles and responsibilities added to you get a new title, right? Right. Could be son, brother, and then you become like brother-in-law, son-in-law, bruv. Yeah. Then you're like
janitor,
employee, janitor, employee, worker. It's true. It's a never-ending. Your title, your fucking titles, bro, will always get added to them. And with every single one of those titles comes expectations, comes like pressure, comes all of that. What you mentioned, right? Because you could be thinking to yourself, "Oh, am I being a good brother right now? Am I being a good son right now? Am I being a good husband right now?
Yeah.
Am I doing enough?" Right? And sometimes you're doing more of some things and less of others, and then you need to recalibrate, and that's why when you have those reflections and periods of times when you're asking those questions to yourself. But it's when you have a 2 in front of your age, you have fewer titles, bro.
And you have so much more time, bro. Yeah. So actually, what I would like to say to that person is forget about how you guys are not having bants and etc. That if it's real true friendship, you'll find that with that will come back, man. Yeah, that will just come back. It will come back as you.
It's sad though. That is sad though, isn't it? If you bants disappears, bro.
Yeah, but use your time, man. That person's gonna meet so many different people, man. Still over the course.
Yeah, you can get bants with anyone, man.
So there's
especially if like. I'm just thinking to myself, like, if there's people in my life or people that I have known that I used to really enjoy being in their company because it was always a laugh, and then it changed, and then it's no longer the same anymore.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, well, what am I getting out of this like relationship? Is it evolving into something else, right?
Yeah.
Are we doing something else? Like when we're hanging out, are we talking about different things? Is it morphed into something else? Or is it just like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that now. What are you doing? Have you done this yet? Oh, okay, I'm going to do that next. If it's like that, fuck that, bruv. I don't need that shit, man. I don't need an appraisal every time I see you. I just need to fucking hang. You want to chill out with your friends, bruv. That's the whole point, isn't it?
You know what? You naturally will distance yourself anyway, because you gravitate away from that kind of stuff. You'll start to not want to spend time with those kind of people. Naturally.
Yeah. Hopefully. It's taxing, bro. It's taxing, man.
Yeah, mentally.
The only people that you have to do that with is the family that you see, like, and you have to like spend time with them where you're out of function or something, and it's the same old dialogues, bro.
Yeah, and do you know what? As you get older, you just start to be like, you start to boycott those kind of events where you know how it's going to go.
Yeah, we know this is gonna be there.
Oh,
Fuck
come
that,
on,
man. Fuck we not, bro.
Yeah. You know, innit? Vino's gonna bloody tax you up, bro. You're gonna... But you know what? I've had the amount of times we've been at a function and someone just come up to me, and you know, you get the vibe that they don't like you, and you've done nothing to them, and they got the vibe, they know that you don't like them, yeah, but still they come up to you because they want to
Yeah.
tell you about the new extension they put on their extension from last year, bro. Or what was
Are
that?
you gonna build an extension in my house? No, then fuck off, bro. Bro, one day, bro, I would wish that kind of dialogue. That someone just gets so angry with that kind of a dynamic that they snap once and for all. Well, thank you for the question.
Yeah, it was sick. Really good question.
It was good to dive into that, and hopefully we gave you something to think about. I also have another. Actually, this to your earlier point at the beginning of the episode when you were talking about when you've lost something, and then you don't know whether it's gone forever or if it's like around in the house.
Yep.
Actually, wait, on that note, did you ever do this thing where you tie a knot in a cloth or just any knot?
So you find something so you can find it.
Yeah, you tie a knot until you find it.
Got money that. Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, we never.
Yeah.
Man, that was your thing, bro. I remember you always used to do that.
It always works.
Is it?
It always works, bro. Always.
Yeah.
It's always worked for me.
Yeah, I didn't know. I know about that because of you. I think. I don't think there's anyone I know that. I'm gonna ask my mother-in-law because I might have. I kind of. I don't know. I'm relating that knot thing to her, basically, to her saying that. But anyway, go on.
So the whole, I mean, what we were talking about there was closure,
Yeah,
and just kind of getting to the end of a story of whatever it was. So we have a follow-up from an earlier episode where we were talking about divorce, and we had a listener question who was telling us that they were having problems with their partner, contemplating divorce, didn't really know how to kind of go about it. And then we spent an episode talking about it. So now we've had a response from this person. So I'm going to read it out. Hi, Mick and Raj. Thanks for covering my divorce question on the recent episode. Really appreciate you taking the time to cover my struggle. When I reached out, it was just after an argument. I was stressed out and overreacted. I'm glad to report back that things are not perfect, but divorce is definitely not on the cards. We both get on well with each other's families, extended families, friends, and have since been on holiday, day trips, meals, etc. without issues. We still bicker though. That's not going to stop, bro.
Nah.
It was good to hear from your experiences that my situation is fairly normal, especially more so with young kids. It was reassuring to hear just this from an unbiased entity, albeit with their comedy podcast. Thank you. Feel free to give an update to your listeners if you would like. It's an important issue that many couples face, so it was good to hear your thoughts, and hopefully your advice can help others in similar circumstances like it reassured myself. Keep up the great work. And to address the gender query, I am a guy. Maybe I should stop using smiley faces so much. And then he ends with a smiley face.
Quality.
So yeah, that is that's an update from that episode. So glad to hear that the episode gave you that perspective and that you're in a better place. Any feedback, Mick? Anything else to add?
You hit the nail on the head. I think it's normal to argue, man. It's when you stop arguing, at least that means, then you want to start worrying, bro.
It's true. You know what it is? When you stop arguing, that means one of you stopped caring.
That's exactly true. You stop caring, so you don't care to argue. But when you don't care to argue, that means you've checked out.
You checked out on this. Even if you're arguing about which spoons you want to get, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
Spoons, yeah.
Actually, those arguments you can slide, man. Then you get whatever, man.
No,
Whichever one.
Yeah. That's what starts it because you're not putting effort in. Whichever one do you think? I don't care. Spoons.
Well, I think that's us for time, you know.
Yeah, it's us, man.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Please keep giving us the feedback. Please keep sharing, rating, doing all of that. And we will see you next time. Mick. I was going to call you Nick, bro. Who the hell was that? Did you have any... Do you remember that guy, bro? Wait, remember that guy that used to work with us at How's the Fraser?
Nick. The one... What?
He always used to refer to you as Nick.
Yes. Yeah.
And I would always correct him.
And
he would
Nick.
Never fucking listen, bro.
Yeah.
And it was still like, how's Nick? I'm like, Mick's okay. He's okay.
Oh.
He's fine. But I would never... Do you remember that guy?
The Asian dude.
Yeah, the Asian dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. How's Nick? But you know what? In the end, I didn't care, bro. I think you cared too much for me.
It's annoying, man. Because whenever he would ask me, he'd say Nick. And I'd be like, that's not his name. Yeah. Anyway. Me and Mick will see you same time, same place. Did you have any shout outs, actually?
Just shout out to everyone who's been sending messages. They've become more frequent as well recently. So it's nice, when we don't have a struggle to, they're providing us content. So definitely shout out to everyone that's, providing us questions and scenarios, etc. Via Instagram, etc. So thank you.
Yes, +1 to that. Thank you for all of that. And we'll see you next time, same place. Share the struggle, find the funny, and see you later, people. Bye.
Take care. Peace.
I'm going to stop recording.
Yeah, man.